gun, looking for the end zone. He wants it. Caught! It's a touchdown, Lucas Bacon!
What's up, Cougs, and welcome to Coug Zone, where we show you what others cannot. I'm McGuire Sherman and my co-host Derek Joseph. Let's talk about the Seahawks' disappointing loss to the Minnesota Vikings.
12s for the second consecutive week had to sit through a poorly executed game resulting in a loss. The Seahawks once again looked dominant in the first half of the game with a well-balanced passing and running attack that gave the Seahawks a 17-7 lead in the beginning of the second quarter. However, the defense never seemed to find their footing in this game as the Vikings would score 23 answered points throughout the rest of the game. Kirk Cousins led the offense for the Vikings, going for 30 for 38 passing for 323 yards and 3 touchdowns en route to a 30-17 Vikings victory. This was the first time the Seahawks have lost to the Vikings since 2009. The Seahawks will need to make some adjustments on defense and play well the entire game on offense in order to have a chance against their rivals, the San Francisco 49ers, in Santa Clara next week. A consistent offensive output by Seattle and adjustments at the cornerback and linebacker positions should be enough to take home the W before they go into a short week for Thursday night against the LA Rams.
The WSU football team put up another disappointing loss to Utah, despite the valiant effort by the Cougar defense. The defense was able to force 7 fumbles, but only recover 3 at a few crucial points of the game. Unfortunately, the Cougars were only able to capitalize on one of those turnovers with a touchdown to start off the second half. But that would be the only Cougar touchdown of the day. After the Cougs took a 13-7 lead to start the half, the Utes would go on to score 17 unanswered points, including a 54-yard pick six with 2 minutes remaining by Utah's Clark Phillips that essentially ended the game. The Cougars will need to find a solution to their offensive woes as they look to get their second win of the season against the Cal Golden Bears next week. Here's a preview of the week's game from Coug on the Clock from Alex and Gunner.
All right, first topic. Let's get into the Cougars traveling to Cal, home state, the Golden State. The home of L.A. and San Francisco. There's nothing else really in California. We're gonna go into Cal. So what do you think for this game? What's going on in this game? What's your score prediction? What's your vision? I want your vision.
Well, what I hope to happen is for the offense to step up. I feel like the offense did not have that good of a game against Utah. Our defense played very well, so if they can play with that energy again, it will be very good. I want to see Jarrett Garantano, if he is playing, if Delores still hurt, to move around in the pocket, get comfortable, be aggressive as he was in the beginning of the game, driving us down the field before we went for it on 4th and 1 and did not get it. My score prediction ultimately for this game will be, I'm going to go 30-27 Cougs in a close, tight matchup. Yeah, I feel like our offense is going to step up and deliver.
It's a lot better than I have. I have 28-14 Cal.
Oh.
As much as I want to see this man perform. Garantano, I'm a huge fan of his, honestly, because you come from a program in Tennessee where you're the top guy. You're like in program history. You've broken records. No, not broken records, but you're someone there, right? You're someone, and he comes here and he loses his job to Delore, which I love Delore too. He's a freak of an athlete. Great, very fun to watch. But I want to see him perform. The only issue I have is the offense. We're not treating it like we should. We have, the Christian McCaffrey of Washington State. We have Max Borghi. What am I saying? Max Borghi. We have Max Borghi. We have him. Why don't we utilize that?
Yeah. We
have way less. I was looking at the stats this weekend. We have way less rushing yards than I thought we did. It's like whoa, why? We have such a talented running back. Why aren't we moving the ball? I don't get it. So, anyways, I feel like Cal's gonna take it out. We took 8 sacks last week against Utah, and I don't blame that. It's completely on the offensive line, but hold your man. Don't hold him, but do something. Cal has six sacks over the whole season so far, so I think that's a little less pressure than we were going for into Utah, but it's still there.
Truly.
So we just gotta defense. You guys, just keep doing your thing. I know just keep doing it. You're doing great.
For sure.
But the offense, this needs to be the game we capitalize on. This needs to be where we move on.
The WSU women's volleyball team rode the wave of their success in the Thunderdome Classic a few weeks back with 2 wins against their conference opponents, Colorado and Washington. The Cougars were able to sweep the Buffaloes 3-0 and win an intense match against the Huskies 3-2. The win against Washington was led by Pia Timmer, who came away with 31 kills, 4 aces, and 21 digs.
Here's a breakdown of last week's soccer game from Coug correspondent Brinkley Hill.
What's up, Cougs? My name is Brinkley Hill, and I'm on the lower practice fields where the Washington State women's soccer team just beat the Arizona Wildcats 2-0. The Cougs dominated the first 10 minutes of the game, resulting in their first goal of the night by Enzi Broussard, assisted by Sydney Pulver. After the first goal, Arizona got physical. There was a constant back-and-forth battle that left forward Elise Bennett limping. Both teams had 11 fouls over the course of the game, and University of Arizona had 1 yellow card at the beginning of the second half against number 4, Jasmine Young. The ball was forced out of bounds many times, leaving WSU with 8 corner kicks and Arizona with 3, none of which resulted in a goal. The Cougs were confident all game when it came to shooting and took 15 shots at the goal. It took the first half of the second quarter for the Cougs to gain the upper hand over the Wildcats when Elise Bennett scored the second goal, assisted by Micaiah Minnis. The Cougs spent the rest of the game attempting a third goal, but the clock ran out.
Thanks, Brinkley. 3 WSU head coaches have signed contract extensions through the 2026-27 seasons. Both head basketball coaches, Kami Etheridge, Cal Smith, and baseball coach Brian Green are now extended. What games are happening this week? Let's find out with this week's edition of Coug Outlook with Brinkley Hill.
What's up, Cougs? My name is Brinkley Hill, and this is your Coug Outlook for the week. First off, big congrats to our volleyball team who took down number 6 ranked University of Washington 3-2 on Sunday. Coming up, women's soccer heads to Salt Lake City tomorrow to take on the Utah Utes. Head to Bowler Gym on Friday to cheer on our volleyball team as they take on USC at 7 p.m. Saturday, swimming heads to University of Idaho for their first meet of the season, while football heads to Berkeley to take on Cal. Volleyball plays UCLA at 11 a.m. in Bowler Gym, while soccer heads to Colorado on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, men's golf will be going to South Bend, Indiana to battle it out against the Fighting Irish at Notre Dame. Tune in next week for your Coug Outlook. I'm Brinkley Hill. Back to Derek and McGuire at the desk.
The Unorthodox Sports team and I would like to express our condolences to the family and friends of Aaron Lowe. Our thoughts are also with fellow Coug Brandon Gray. As always, thanks for tuning in to Coug Zone. Stay safe and have a good day. Go Cougs.